Hang on, do they need bollocking? Hello and welcome back to Widowed AF. You're here with Rosie and Jon Gill-Moss. Hello.
Hello.
I've never introduced us like that before.
It seems to be that long. I've forgotten what I needed to do there.
Also, I've never introduced us like that, like we're Richard and Judy. Oh my God. Well, like I think of always the matronly bra incident. That would happen. Right, anyway, sorry. We are just here hosting a podcast about grief. Anyway, this one is going to be just a quickie, which I'm trying to say with a straight face. Why are we so childish? Because it's Sunday and normally this episode would have been out on Friday and we have an episode lined up to go out tomorrow. And if we don't put one out today, tomorrow's will be an even-numbered episode, and that can't happen.
There are good reasons why, everybody. There are good reasons why.
Not all of them, just me. It's to do with the little small gift we send. So we thought the kids are outside playing. My parents are here because they've been down having a barbecue, and you may pick up the background sound of my brother playing a melodica in the corner of the garden. Because that's just how we roll. We've actually had a lovely day. We've not seen my parents for a couple of weeks, and the kids just adore them. So it's just been really nice. And Jon and my dad particularly are getting on. They share a love of cycling, which is very sweet, don't you?
What's a newfound love, shall we say?
Yeah.
Rekindling.
I'm wondering when he's going to suggest that you do the 1,000-mile Land's End to Chudder bike ride with him.
No. Instead of 70 miles a day, I'm doing 5.
But it's next June, and my dad is, well, he will be 73 by then. I have some reservations about this, but my dad my dad will do what my dad will do, won't he?
He will.
So since we last spoke to you guys, we had the first Widstock, which was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek idea about having a gathering of anybody who had recorded and appeared on the podcast. And it was really, really shitty weather. I just kept thinking 5th of August, at least it'll be fairly warm and dry.
But the one day.
It was awful.
In the summer.
Sandwiched in between glorious blue skies and sunshine. But most people made it anyway, and we ended up having a really fun time, and we huddled under gazebos and chatted, and it just felt like a little bit of magic happened at our home, and it was really special. Hang on, I'm going to have to stop because all I can hear is Tabitha screeching. Jesus. So, yes, it was absolutely wonderful to spend time in the company of some people that I'd actually never met. Some of them I had, obviously. But I knew some of their most kind of moments. And it was really, really something. And I think most of us had a bit of a moist eye moment at some point. There was lots of hugs, and yeah, it was just a really nice afternoon. The kids as well seemed to really enjoy being around other kids. Excuse me. And existing friendships sort of flourished, and new friendships I think were made. It was a really, really nice occasion.
It was. I enjoyed the day.
Barbecue King, Mr. Gill-Moss, was on fine form.
It's my own shield. I can hide behind the barbecue for a while until I'm ready to come and face new people.
Yeah, well,
if I'm being honest.
What? It is difficult, and I'm sure people think I'm probably quite confident. But I was upstairs in the room, sort of flapping around, and I can't do this. Like, and actually, the second I walked downstairs and first guests arrived, the nerves went away, and you just feel this kind of unique bond to these people that's like nothing else I've ever known, really.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And Chris, get your application form in.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Laura Malin's partner, Chris, he was an absolute no on coming on the podcast. And by the time they left, they actually came back and had a coffee with us the following morning. We really got on so well with them. And he was definitely thinking about it. I also keep poor Laura Mailing keeps getting unsolicited sort of semi-nudes from me because at the party, bear in mind I don't drink, I'm the only person that managed to fall and sustain the most enormous bruise I think I've certainly ever had. Fortunately, no actual damage was done, but I'm just so astonished by this bruise that poor Laura does keep seeing pictures of basically my bum.
And no, we won't be.
Sorry.
Just before anybody asks, that's a flat no, okay?
You wouldn't like to see it anyway. It's very purple. Right. I'm that. No, you've thrown me off now. Hang on. Actually, on Widstock. So after having this little gathering at the house, we had so much fun and conversation turned to the possibility of making it an annual event, which we had already considered. Now, I don't think I would do it in my garden necessarily, because what we'd like to do is expand it out to people who are just widows or like the show or just want to come and hang out with us. So potentially we might look into hosting, I don't know, it'd probably be a marquee in a field to start with, and maybe trying to create something. So we're going to do the costings and see how much it would cost to do it. And how much the tickets would be, and make sure that they would be affordable, and then we'll sort of gauge a bit of interest from you guys and see if that's something you'd like to do. I think there's a magic in coming together like that, so I would be well up for it, but it would be a bit tragic if it was just me and John.
No, we'd still have fun anyway.
On the subject of people that came to Widstock, I am just going to say a special thank you to Liz Towner, who admitted freely that she doesn't listen to the podcast, but I'm going to thank her on it anyway. She appeared quite early on, and Liz tragically lost her husband to suicide, and also tragically a friend of ours lost her husband to suicide quite recently. The funeral was on Thursday, and Liz very kindly said that I could pass on her number because we all live quite locally. And she's already been a real source of comfort. And once again, that reiterates that need to feel a sense of belonging and for somebody to understand. And with suicide, it's a pretty unique loss.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody out there who's doing that, who's being a little bit of a guide to other people and using their own pain to just send a little kind of lifeboat out to others. Also, we should probably mention this, that we are pretty deep into the summer holidays now, and for a lot of our listeners who have children of school age, it is an additional pressure. And actually, even if you haven't got children of school age, you'll find that things like leisure centres and beaches and everything are much busier. So that can put a strain if you've got younger children, or even if you're just trying to access things. So the summer holidays is a bit of it's a tricky one because you want to enjoy it. We're repeatedly told that we only get 18 summers with our children and treasure every moment, and everybody else seems to have done the most beautiful reels and sunsets, and their children look so happy and they're matching in their outfits. And it can be very difficult if you're currently frisbeeing an iPad or a snack at your child who's wearing the same pair of pyjamas they've had on for 3 days because they just refuse to change them. And they've probably been out in them as well. And you can feel like everybody else is having this wonderful, glamorous life. Whereas the reality is that most of it is bullshit.
It is. Definitely. Anybody who says differently, I don't believe you. I don't. Kids are kids. That's what they're designed to do, is to push us and test their boundaries.
Yeah, and I think having them at home, I started off this holiday and I was really excited, and I was loving it. I thought, this is it. I'm such an earth mother. Look at me, just relishing in having my babies at home. Then we went away. And I shouldn't be horrible. It was lovely. But we've then kind of come back to this sort of no man's land because we are, and please don't hate us, but we are going away again next week. It was a clash of basically other people's weddings. But we're very excited and slightly apprehensive, but we are going away next week. And so with this no man's land of sort of laundry and then feeling guilty that you're not seeing the kids and trying to juggle doing a little bit of work and, trying to maintain your own social life and laundry. Can we just discuss the laundry? And yes, you want to say these are the golden times and I'm really loving every moment and being around my beautiful, wonderful family is magical. And of course there are bits that are wonderful, but a lot of it is really hard work, and the mental and physical toll on us is quite a lot.
It is. And like at the end of the holiday, That's hard work.
Yeah.
It felt like like a tidal wave of just requests.
Yeah. And they are quite young. I mean, particularly our youngest one, it's a particularly kind of needy age. They're quite vocal with it. And actually, it was a holiday that was probably more designed for us. We were going to our friend's wedding, and it was not much sort of entertainment for the kids on the island. So this one, we're going to Disney. So this one should be it's going to be a completely different experience. I've not been since I was at primary school. You've been, haven't you, more recently?
Yeah, the last time we went was just before Sarah got ill.
Yeah, so Holly would be, 5?
Yeah, just probably a bit younger than that. Oh, no, just 4.
Just before she started school?
Just before.
Did you get in before she started and you had to do the school holidays? Or did you?
Yeah. No, we went April, so we went Easter.
Oh, because that's the other thing, isn't it? Bloody school holiday prices. So, I feel like we're kind of grumbling about going on 2 holidays, and for many people, actually, even going on a holiday with the prices escalating as they do in the holidays is unobtainable. But that also doesn't mean that going on holiday and having a moan about it is not okay. It's allowed.
Yeah.
You can acknowledge that you're lucky to be having a holiday, but also that it's parenting in a different country, isn't it? It's apparently the I don't want to say the difficult bits of parenting, because I really do enjoy being a parent 90% of the time, but it is a demanding job, and it's a 24-hour day job. And although we are lucky to have each other, I still think the ratio's off.
I mean, Monty's really helping now. He really did help when we were there last time.
Mainly when he lost his phone.
Well, yeah, but I mean, isn't that true for them all? Always a delight when she loses her screen.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But we are going to definitely meet up with at least one of my American-based widowed friends and have a chat with her. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to just having a completely different country. Like I don't really remember much about it, and I think seeing the kids is going to be cool. So we'll spam you with pictures, but we'll make sure that we keep some real ones in there as well. We won't just give you the glossy Instagram, we promise.
and hopefully the internet will be a little bit better, and we might be able to get an episode out.
Yeah, that's the plan, because we bought all these. Well, Mr. Tech has got some kind of cool. What would you call it? Remote
Lapel mics.
Lapel mics. That's so fancy. So basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you are at home or away, and everybody seems to be having this amazing time, and you feel that you're failing as a parent or as a human being because all your mates are off in Marbella necking cocktails and you can't go because you're a solo parent, and it is really, really difficult. And if you are, as Lulu actually described it, as frisbeeing iPads and snacks at the kids, that's also fine. And I said to Lulu, because she came over yesterday, which was really lovely, and I just said, you know what, if we stay sober, sane and alive this summer, that probably is enough of an achievement, and everything else is icing on the cake. And each year that goes by, you're able to do a little bit more, or maybe you're not, but the kids will remember the good bits, you know. Yeah. I don't remember every day of the school holidays. We must have been shoved in a room with there was no iPads, but I'm sure we were just given a colouring book and told to crack on.
I can't remember where I saw it or who said it, but the kids don't know how to be bored anymore. It's a skill. Be bored.
I mean, I'm the worst at that myself. I'm really rubbish at staying still. I am going to wind up now, I think, because we probably pushed our limit with the kids. But I will leave you with the thought that my leg tattoo has been finished, and my dad is both me and my brother has a lot of tattoos, and he's like, oh, for God's sake, not another one. And he read the Latin on it, which says non timere, which is Latin for do not be afraid, and it forms part of the card that we had made that we send out to our guests. And my dad thought he did Latin, and he likes to mention this, and he translated it into do not touch, which I thought was a bit of a weird thing to have tattooed. So I will leave you on that note. We will be back on Monday. We have a wonderful and really, really powerful episode on Monday. It is coming from an American guest, Melissa. Now, listen with caution. This episode, she has been widowed twice, and there is drug and alcohol abuse, and also suicide. So please approach this one with caution and listen. Just be aware that it has some very difficult topics. I did cry recording this one. I just found it so tragic, and I think it will probably move quite a lot of our listeners. We are here if you need us. You can send us an Instagram or an email, and as Mr. Gilmoss will mention,
Like and subscribe.
I don't like the way you said that. That's quite creepy.
Like and subscribe, everybody.
That's
Like
better,
and subscribe.
That's better. And
It's getting a bit old now, this joke.
I know, should we leave this one?
This will be the last time I'll do this. But like and subscribe, okay?
It won't. So for both of us, take care of yourselves, guys. Try and get through summer, and we will be back with you. Well, I will be back with you tomorrow with tomorrow's episode, and the two of us will be back with you on Friday, we hope.
Goodbye, everybody.